Lastly, Mr. Speaker, Ethiopia has the cheapest electricity in Africa, and God has put us as their neighbors. Mr. Speaker, we should import from that country a lot of electricity because electricity is expensive in our country. With those few remarks, I want to welcome the delegation from Ethiopia, led by the Vice President, that this is your second home. You can come here anytime you feel like. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Majority Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I wanted to break the monotony so that it doesn't look like this delegation is being welcomed by only members from the Somali region in Kenya. Although Honorable Junet, the leader of minority, is a Luo Somali. is officially...
Yes, Junet, what is it?
Mr. Speaker, you know this is a house of record. And I think somebody has sent the majority leader to destroy my political career. Mr. Speaker, I am a Somali by birth, but I have ceased to be one long time ago politically. So please, be careful.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I was correcting only that he didn't listen, that although he was born a Somali, he's a Luo. He's an assimilated Luo and naturalized Luo. And allow me, Honorable Speaker, also to welcome this delegation from Somaliland. And as Honorable Bashir and the leader of minority have said, from the Somali region in Ethiopia, that to re-emphasize what they have already said, that Ethiopia remains a very critical partner to our nation. And Honorable Speaker, not just in terms of trade in the issues that Honorable Junet has spoken to, but also in food security. Ethiopia is not just giving us cheap power, but also helping us with food security, Honorable Speaker. Almost 50% of the beans that we consume in this country comes from Ethiopia. And a bit of wheat and barley that comes from Ethiopia. And definitely, Honorable Speaker, even meat, because I'm a trader in meat, there's a lot of beef cattle that comes from Ethiopia and finds its way to our dinner tables in this country. And as we welcome this delegation, we want to request you to continue deepening and tightening the relationship between our country and your country. And as much as we compete on the athletics field, that we compete, and when we win, cheers as much as we cheer you when you win on the athletics field. But it is possible to integrate our region and grow together, grow our economies together. Safaricom, that is a Kenyan company, is doing well in Ethiopia, and as the leader of minority has requested, we would pray to a time when you completely open up the financial services sector in your country to allow even fintechs, because Kenya is a home of technology. Kenya is the home of very innovative young men and women who can invest in your country, and we look forward to the opening up of your economy to get more fintechs and people investing in the financial service sector in the Ethiopian economy. Because being a big country with a huge population, it has a very good potential of creating a good market for Kenyan businesses, and also the same way that your farmers are benefiting from the Kenyan economy in a big way. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and I welcome that delegation.
Para. 1 minute.
Mr. Speaker, I join my colleagues in welcoming the delegation from the Somali region of Ethiopia. Mr. Speaker, it's now 60 plus years since we got independence. And more important than anything else is the need for us to have a people-to-people integration. And the only way to do that is for the countries in the region to open up, so that this potential that essentially extends all the way from Sudan, Eritrea, Somalia, Djibouti, Kenya, Ethiopia, and the wider East Africa. Mr. Speaker, can you protect me from Junet and his colleagues here? Junet. Mr. Speaker.
Order, you're out of order.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we are looking at that kind of an economy. We are looking at an economy that is probably the size of Europe, both in terms of population and in terms of resources. And once we are all able to open up all those countries, about 11 of them, and then create what we call both we remove all the tariff and non-tariff barriers to trade and movement. We also have a democracy in all those countries and systems in which we can relate to one another. I think we will consign poverty and underdevelopment in Africa to history. So thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you.
I am also promoting that, and I want to see the wider integration of the Horn of Africa and the East African community. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll stop there. Allow me, honorable members, to also acknowledge in the Speaker's Gallery, Kwale Girls High School from Matuga in Kwale, Iku Girls High School from Chuka, Igambangombe, Tharaka Nithi, and in the public gallery, Othaya Boys High School from Othaya, Nyeri, and Kangema Boys High School from Kangema in Muranga. I have been requested by Honorable Masito, the women rep for Kwale, to welcome the school from her county, and you can do so with all the schools on behalf of your colleagues.
Basi nishukuru sana Mheshimiwa Spika, na niwashukuru wanafunzi wote ambao wameweza kufika katika bunge hili la kitaifa leo hii kuweza kujionea au kusoma mambo ambayo yanaendelea katika bunge hili na wabunge wao vile wanavyofanya kazi. Mheshimiwa Spika, ni jambo la kutia moyo ukiona vijana wadogo hao wamejikakamua kutoka sehemu tofauti tofauti, lakini kuhakikisha wanataka kujua yale yanayosibu au yale yanayoendelea, na kuona wajumbe wao wakati wanatengeneza sheria ambazo zinawahusu wao na zinahusu taifa hili. Wanafunzi, niwaambie kupitia kwa Mheshimiwa Spika, ni elimu peke yake ndio itaweza kutofautisha au kuweka sawa maisha ya mtoto wa kimaskini na mtoto wa kitajiri. Muzidi kutia bidii kwa sala la elimu. Hakuna kitu chengine ambacho kitawafaa. Hakuna urathi wengine ambao kama wazazi tutawaachia nyinyi watoto isipokuwa elimu. Niseme karibuni sana katika bunge hili, na karibuni Kanairo. Huko kunaitwa Kanairo. Ukifika huku hausemi Nairobi, unasema Kanairo. Kwa hivyo karibuni sana, na niseme asante Mheshimiwa Spika. Kanairo.
Thank you, Masito. On my behalf and on behalf of the House, we welcome all the students and those accompanying them and their teachers to the House of Parliament. Next order.
Order number 3, messages. Order number 4, petitions. Order number 5, papers.
Majority Leader.
Okay. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I think this is my first time to appear in this House this year, and I want to wish everybody a happy parliamentary year.
Very good.
Thank you. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following papers on the table of the House today, Tuesday, 17th February 2026. A, the legal notice number 4 of 2026 relating to the consolidated music and audiovisual works tariffs, the report on the public participation and the certificates of compliance with the Statutory Instruments Act 2013 from the Ministry of Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports. B, Auditor General's report on national government for the financial year 2024-2025. C, Auditor General's report on the national government funds for the financial year 2024-2025. D, Intergovernmental Partnership Agreement between national government through the Ministry of Education and County Government of Kwale. E, Intergovernmental Partnership Agreement between national government through the Ministry of Education and the County Government of Tana River. And F, reports of the Auditor General of Financial Statements on the National Government Constituencies Development Fund for the year 30th June 2025 in the certificates therein in respect of the following constituencies. 1, Aina Moi, Baringo Central, Bobasi, Bomachoga Chache, Bomet Central, Bomet East, Bonchari, Borabu, Budalangi, Chepalungu, Chesumei, Embakasi Central, Embakasi South, Embakasi West, Engwen, Edebes, Funyula, Gatundu South, Gilgil, Isiolo South, Jomvu, Juja, Kabete, Kabondo Kasipul, Kaloleni, Kandui, Kasipul, Kapseret, Karachuonyo, Kasarani, Keyo North, Keyo South, Kuresoi North, Keses, Kikuyu, Kipkelion West, Kirinyaga Central, Kisumu Central, Kisumu East, Kitui East, Kitui Rural, Kitui South, Kitutu Chache North, Kitutu Masaba, Kwanza, Laisamis, Lari, Likoni, Luanda, and number 50, Lunga Lunga. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay. Thank you very much.
Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Chairperson, Public Petitions Committee. Karemba.
Thank you. Honorable Speaker, I beg to give notice of the following motion: that this House adopt the report of the Public Petitions Committee on its consideration of a public petition number 76 of 2023 regarding discrimination by the Teachers Service Commission on career progression guidelines for special needs education teachers in Kenya, laid on the table of the House on Wednesday, 19th November 2025. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Chairperson, Committee on Delegated Legislation, Vice Chair Gishimu.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to give notice of the following motion: that this House adopts the report of the Committee on Delegated Legislation on its consideration of the privileges and immunities, the Global Center for Adaptation Order published as a legal notice number 82 of 2025, laid on the table of the House on Thursday, 4th December 2025, and declares that the privileges and immunities, the Global Center for Adaptation under legal notice number 82 of 2025, nullity for failing to comply with Section 17 of the Privileges and Immunities Act, Cap 175, that requires the regulating making authority to submit the draft order for approval by Parliament before publication of the order, and infringing on Article 94, Sub-Article 6 of the Constitution relating to the principles, and Section 13A of the Statutory Instruments Act, Cap 2A. I beg to give notice of motion, Honorable Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you. Chairperson, Decentralized Funds Accounts Committee. Who is the chair of that committee? Mulyungi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Go ahead.
Mr. Speaker, I would like to move the following motions, 6 of them on the floor of the House. Number 1, Honorable Speaker, I beg to give notice of the following motion: that this House adopts the 7th report of the Decentralized Funds Accounts Committee on its consideration of the audited accounts of the National Government Constituencies Development Fund Board for the financial years 2016-17 to 2021-22, laid on the table of the House on Tuesday.
Order.
On Tuesday.
Mulyungi, order. You read every word as printed.
Yes.
No shortcuts.
For the financial years 2016-17 to 2021-22, laid
You
on
are
the...
out of order. Read every word as printed.
That's
That's
how
what I have.
Okay, maybe,
What I have reads
maybe,
2016-2017, 2017-2018, 2018-2019, in that order.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. 2016-2017, 2017-2018, 2018-2019, 2019-2020, 2021-2022, laid on the table of the House on Tuesday, 2nd of December, 2025.
You have skipped 2020-2021.
2020-2021, 2021-2022.
Yes. Next.
Number 2, Honorable Speaker, I beg to give notice of the following motion that this House adopts the 8th report of the Decentralized Funds Accounts Committee on its consideration of the audited accounts of the National Government Affirmative Action Fund for the financial years 2016-2017, 2017-2018, 2018-2019, 2019-2020, 2020-2021, 2021-2022, laid on the table of the House on Tuesday, 2nd of December 2025. Number 3, Honorable Speaker, I beg to give notice of the following motion that this House adopts the 9th report of the Decentralized Funds Accounts Committee on its consideration of the audited accounts of the National Government Constituency Development Fund for constituencies in Nakuru County for the financial years 2013-2014, 2014, 2015, 2015-2016, 2016-2017, 2017-2018, 2018-2019, 2019-2020, 2020-2021, 2021-2022, laid on the table of the House on Tuesday, 2nd of December 2025. Honorable Speaker, I beg to give notice of the following motion that this House adopts the 10th report of the Decentralized Funds Accounts Committee on its consideration of the audited accounts of the National Government Constituencies Development Fund for Lari, Lurambi, Embakasi Central, Kilifi North, and the Muvita constituencies for the financial years 2016-2017, 2017-2018, 2018-2019, 2019-2020, 2020-2021, 2021-2022, laid on the table of the House on Tuesday, 2nd of December 2025. Honorable Speaker, I beg to give notice of the following motion that this House adopts the 11th report of the Decentralized Funds Accounts Committee on its consideration of the audited accounts for the National Government Constituency Development Fund for West Mugirango, Bobasi, Awendo, North Imendi, Kirinyaga Central, South Mugirango, Ugenya, Kieni, Kipipiri, Budalangi, and Kiaru constituencies for the financial years 2013-2014, 2014-2015, 2015-2017, 2017-2018, 2018-2019, 2019-2020, 2020-2021, 2021-2022, laid on the table of the House on Thursday, 4th of December 2025. And lastly, Honorable Speaker, I beg to give notice of the following motion that this House adopts the 12th report of the Decentralized Funds Accounts Committee on its consideration of the audited accounts of the National Government Constituencies Development Fund for constituencies in Uasin Gishu, Nandi, Baringo, and Bomet constituencies for the financial years 2013-2014, 2014-2015, 2015-2016, 2016-2017, 2017-2018, 2018-2019, 2019-2020, 2020-2021, 2021-2022, and 2022-2023, laid on the table of the House on Thursday, 4th of December 2025. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Mliungi. Next.
Order number 7, questions and statements.
Kandia, is it Kandia who has a statement? Member for Baringo Central. Kandia, go ahead.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Pursuant to provision of standing order 42C, I rise to request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Administration and Internal Security regarding the issuance of work permits to foreign nationals.
Honorable Speaker, in this era of rapidly expanding international trade and integration of world economies, migration policies must be geared towards building and maintaining a fair opportunity platform for both nationals and foreigners, while protecting vulnerable groups and ensuring sustainable development of the local human resource. While expatriates contribute to the transfer of knowledge, investment, and skill development, it is imperative that their engagement in the local job market does not undermine employment opportunities for qualified Kenyan citizens, especially the youth. Honorable Speaker, it is against this background that I request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Administration and Internal Security on the following. 1, a report on the number of foreign nationals who have been issued with work permits in Kenya, indicating the duration of the work permits for the last 5 years. Second, a report on the status of all foreign nationals in Kenya whose permits have expired as at January 2026, and an indication of actions being taken by the Ministry of Interior and National Administration to identify, monitor, legally remove foreign nationals illegally working in the country following expiry of their permits. And 3, the steps being taken by the ministry to ensure foreigners are not issued with work permits for skills that are readily available in the local labor force in order to reduce unemployment rate among Kenyans. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Tongoyo, that is your committee. When can you bring a response?
We can do in 2 weeks' time, Honorable Speaker. These are some of the statements that lapsed was in the 4th session.
Yes.
Yeah, so 2 weeks is enough.
Okay, next. First call out order number 9. We dispose of the question.
Order number 9, the Industrial Training Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 50 of 2024, second reading. Question to be put.
Members on their feet, take your seats. Take your seats. Member for Muhoroni, take your seat. Phyllis Barto, take your seat, the nearest to you. Honorable members, I'll now put the question at order number 9, which is that the Industrial Training Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 50 of 2024, be now read a second time. As members of that opinion say aye. Aye. Will those of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
A bill for an act of parliament to amend the Industrial Training Act and for connected purposes.
Next.
Order number 8, procedural motion, extension of a period for consideration of 2 statutory instruments.
Gishimo.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that pursuant to the provisions of Section 15(3) of the Statutory Instruments Act, Cap 2A, this House resolves to extend the period for consideration of the following statutory instruments by a period of 14 days with effect from 17 February 2026.
Order, Gishimo. Read the motion and move it as is listed on the order paper. There's a variance of what you are saying and what is on the order paper. Start afresh.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I'm well updated now. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that pursuant to the provisions of Section 15, subsection 3 of the Statutory Instruments Act, Cap 2A, this House resolves to extend the period for consideration of the following statutory instruments by a period of 21 days with effect from 17th February 2026. 1, the Kenya Loans Board Fund Additional Funding Regulation 2025 Legal Notice number 156 of 2025, and 2, the National Police Service Commission Retirement and Appointment Regulations 2025 Legal Notice number 159 of 2025. Honorable Speaker, this is just a procedural motion to seek to extend the period for consideration of the 2 sets of regulations as listed. And Honorable Speaker, the first one on the Kenya Loans Bond Fund Additional Funding Regulation 2025 Legal Notice number 156 of 2025. Honorable Speaker, this is a matter that was scheduled for consideration before the committee today, and the CS responsible for matters transport and roads, CS Churchill, was meant to appear before the committee today. However, as it is a matter of common knowledge, there is an ongoing strike by the KCAA staff. And Honorable Member, that is a matter of great national importance and even great national security in terms of the flights. Honorable Speaker, that strike has even affected a number of members of this House because they were not able even to travel back to Nairobi from the constituency, including the chair of the Committee on Delegated Legislation. And Honorable Speaker, we felt that it is important to seek approval of this House for the extension of the period for us to be able, as a committee, to consider that set of regulation. Honorable Speaker, the second set of regulation, it's also a matter of common knowledge and judicial notice that there has been a case involving the National Police Service and some other people in respect of the regulations for recruitment and appointments. And Honorable Speaker, today, having been the last day to consider the matters, and having been the very first day that we came from, or resumed from the recess, and also considering that there were changes in the leadership of the clerks of the committees, this is the only day that we are able to resume, and we are not able to consider these regulations. Honorable Speaker, that is why we are also seeking this Honorable Court's approval for extension of the period so that we can consider these 2 very important sets of regulations, Honorable Speaker. And without belaboring the point, it's a very straightforward motion. It's a procedural motion, and I beg to move and request Honorable Member for Kadiani, Honorable Robert Bui, to second.
Hold on. What's the point of order, Bukosi?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, you know Honorable Kishimu, the Vice Chair, made a statement that the strike is still on. But I'm aware that the strike has ended and the operations have resumed. So I think the member needs to have been updated on that.
He said in the morning when the minister was supposed to appear before them,
yes,
he was engaged with the strike matters. The strike may be off now, but in the morning it
but
wasn't.
he needed to update that the strike is all off now.
Maybe
so
he
that-
doesn't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. How he's informed. Robert Mbui.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to second the procedural motion for extension of time for consideration of those two sets of regulations, because we just come from a long recess, and Mr. Speaker, the time between tabling and the consideration kind of lapsed when we were on recess. And so that we can do justice to these two regulations, it would make sense that we get a bit more time so that we can be able to address it. Mr. Speaker, I can tell you that within 2 weeks, we'll definitely have sorted out this matter. With those few remarks, Mr. Speaker, I second.
Thank you. Order, members on their feet, take your seats. Members on their feet, take your seats. Deputy Speaker, take your seat. Honorable members, I now propose the question at order number 8, which is that, pursuant to the provisions of Section 15(3) of the Statutory Instruments Act, Cap 2A, this House resolves to extend the period for consideration of the following statutory instruments by a period of 21 days with effect from 17th February 2026. 1. The Kenya Roads Board Fund, Additional Funding Regulations 2025, Legal Notice number 156 of 2025. And 2, the National Police Service Commission Recruitment and Appointment Regulations 2025, Legal Notice number 159 of 2025. Do we put the question? I'll now put the question, honorable members, at order number 8, which is that, pursuant to the provisions of Section 15(3) of the Statutory Instruments Act, Cap 2A, this House resolves to extend the period for consideration of the following statutory instruments by a period of 21 days with effect from 17th February 2026. 1. The Kenya Roads Board Fund, Additional Funding Regulations 2025, Legal Notice number 156 of 2025, and 2, the National Police Service Commission Recruitment and Appointment Regulations 2025, Legal Notice number 159 of 2025. As members of that opinion say aye. Aye. With those of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Next.
Order number 10, Committee of the Whole House.
Before that, so rescind that call to order number 10. Yes, the Majority Leader.
Honorable Speaker, I wanted to beg your indulgence on this order number 10 on the Committee of the Whole House, because there are quite a number of amendments that have been proposed to this judge's retirement bill, and which we have agreed with the Honorable Chair, Honorable Murugara, to just consolidate all those amendments and agree so that we do not have too many amendments that may negate the intent of this bill. And we have an agreement that we will be able to do that today and tomorrow, so that we finalize with this Committee of the Whole House on this bill before the end of this week. Therefore, I wanted your indulgence to drop this from the order paper today to a later time in the course of this week.
Murugara.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I do confirm that is the position. We have quite a number of amendments proposed, and even another one is actually being worked on by the Secretariat, and we need just a little more time, and a day or two we'll have finalized, and we'll be able to prosecute the third reading of the bill. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. I concede to the request and order that the matter be stayed and be placed on the order paper on Thursday this week in the afternoon sitting at 2:30. Try and finish up with what you are doing. Next.
Order number 11, the Energy Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number 42 of 2023, second reading.
Before we go to that, Korere.
Thank you, Speaker.
Speaker, I rise on a point of order under the standing orders regarding the dishonorable remarks made by Honorable Member of Kitutu Churches South, the Honorable Anthony Kibagendi, MP, touching on the authority and impartiality of the Speaker and Presidium of this National Assembly. Honorable Speaker, the Speakership of this August House of Parliament, presently held by yourself, embodies the authority, dignity on the office of the Speaker, is not just attack on you, Honorable Speaker, but is indeed an attack on this House itself. Indeed, our standing orders and long-standing Commonwealth parliamentary tradition require that all members show utmost respect and honor to the chair. Failure to do so is not only detrimental to the dignity of the Presidium, but also undermines the order, decorum, and the credibility of the House and its proceedings. Honorable Speaker, it is despicable that, conscious of the revered position of the Speaker of the House, the Honorable Member for Kitutu Churches South, the Honorable Anthony Kibagendi MP, who in the course of his contributions made in platforms outside the floor of this House, made remarks that were disparaging to the office of the Speaker and the Presidium of this Honorable House. For the record, Honorable Speaker, the Honorable Kibagendi made remarks to the effect that you, Honorable Speaker, have auctioned the House. These remarks are quite contemptible, given that we all know very well that the Speaker presides over the House on the principle of impartiality and is guided by the rules of the House. Commonwealth traditions further, the decisions that the Speaker pronounces are not his, they are decisions made by the House, in which the Speaker neither has a say nor a vote. Honorable Speaker, I therefore seek your guidance and intervention on this matter, particularly on whether the Honorable Kibagendi ought to continue to sit in this House and in its committees, as he should be held accountable for his disparaging remarks. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Yes. Deputy Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I think on behalf of the members of Parliament, we want to just say that we take great exception of the words used and the statements made by Honorable Kibagendi while on Citizen TV this morning. I think he has acted in a disorderly manner. He has cast aspersions on the character of the Speaker, the character of the Deputy Speaker, and the character of the entire Presidium. He has also tried to ruin the name of Parliament.
Yes,
he has said things that he's unable to substantiate.
Order. Wanjala, what's the point of order?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. The issue the Honorable Member has raised is a very serious issue for somebody to disparage the Parliament in which he's in. I would ask the House, Mr. Speaker, I've looked around, I can't see Kibagendi.
He is there.
Oh, thank you. Proceed, Mr. Speaker.
Go on, Deputy Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Wanjala. Unlike Honorable Kibagendi, we don't cast aspersions on the character of someone or say things about a person when they are not present to be able to substantiate or to be able to defend themselves. The Right Honorable Speaker was not at Citizen TV. It was rather unfair and unbecoming of a member of Parliament to cast aspersions on the character of the Speaker without knowing that the Speaker, full well the Speaker, was not going to have an opportunity to defend himself. I think that is wrong. And if you ask me, Honorable Speaker, I think we should be asking that he be suspended from the House for the maximum period allowable, which is 28 days. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, Mama Migori.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. First of all, on behalf of Kibagendi, I will apologize to this House. Unfortunately, the so-called Honorable Kibagendi is one man who never comes to this house. And even when he comes, he never even contributes. In actual sense, Kibagedi has no reason to be in this house, and his constituents should really be sympathetic to what they did by voting such a man who goes talking about the same parliament that he doesn't even understand anything about. I have never had this man contribute to anything to do with his constituents. But when he goes on TV, he wants to do showbiz. Honorable Kibagedi, I was elected by over 200,000 votes. You have no reason to go and tell other people that our house has been auctioned. I am here every day as a first-timer working so hard to contribute to my constituents and the country. But you can't go out there to do showbiz out of desperation and embarrass a house that has dignified members of parliament.
Order, members. Order. Honorable members. Order. Donya, order. Honorable members, this is one case of what lawyers and judges would say, contempt in the face of the court. I happened to listen to this discourse this morning. There was Honorable Robert Mbui, the Honorable Madenge, and the Honorable Kibagendi. I was horrified to hear the things that Honorable Kibagendi said. That this house has been auctioned. I don't know where the auction ring was and who was holding the hammer. That this house is now an appendage to the executive, and the speaker and the deputy speaker have destroyed and ruined this house, and many other things with a lot of anger. I could see Robert Mbui looking very embarrassed sitting next to him as he said all these things. The Speaker of this House does not have a vote. The Speaker of this House does not participate in debate. The Speaker of this House does not generate debate. The Speaker does not bring any motion to this House. The Speaker does not bring any bill to this House. And the Speaker, even when you vote on matters, when you have roll calls, appoints tellers who bring the outcome to the Speaker to announce the results. The Speaker doesn't even count those votes. And I want to tell this House and the country, for the record, that since I became your Speaker, and I'm a God-fearing and practicing Christian, nobody, and I repeat, nobody, has ever called me as your Speaker to tell me what to do or not to do. And if anybody did, I will reject it. Because you voted for me and I took an oath of office to preside over your proceedings without fear, favor, prejudice, or ill will. And I've done so very diligently. I'm human. I could have made an erroneous ruling. I could have made a ruling that displeases anybody. But the rulings I make here are buttressed by the law. I may misinterpret the law, like many lawyers can do, but that is the right I have as your Speaker. So for you, as a member of this House, first to say the House has been auctioned, then you have no business to sit in an auctioned house. So what, and this is not a matter I'm going to invite the member to explain himself, because I saw and heard with my own eyes and ears. So Honorable Kibagendi, you will be excluded from the sitting of this House until you bring a properly worded apology, not to me. I'm used to being insulted, to the House. To the House. For bringing the House in disrepute, and that apology should be delivered to the clerk. It will be looked at carefully. If the wording is acceptable, then it will be brought to the House and you will be allowed to come back to the House. For now, you are excluded from the proceedings of this House, the pressings of Parliament, the committee sittings, including your office in Parliament. Kibagendi, you are now a stranger in the House and in the presence of Parliament. Let the stranger leave the House first. Order, Kibagendi, you are now a stranger in the House. And in the presence of Parliament, Sergeant, ensure that he does not enjoy the facilities of Parliament, including an office provided by Parliament. Yes, Majority Leader.
Honorable Speaker, let me begin by thanking you for the action that you have just taken, Honorable Speaker, because as you have rightly put it, it is about the dignity of this House, not the person of the Speaker. It is not about Honorable Kibagendi as a member of Parliament or even as a person, but about the dignity of this House, Honorable Speaker. And I really want to plead with all of us. Honorable Speaker, if we read our own standing orders, Standing Order 107 and 107A, 107.1G clearly says that a member commits an act of disorderly conduct if the member makes allegations without adequate substantiation. Honorable Speaker, if you listen to what Honorable Kibagendi was saying on national TV this morning, he had no substantiation of how this House has been auctioned, and even saying very disparaging things about the Deputy Speaker, who in any case was supposed to be in that show, or rather on that show, together with the Honorable Robert Mbui. Honorable Kibagendi is having his first term. He has only been in this House for 2 years, and I must agree with the member for Migori County. The member has never brought a single motion, has never proposed a single bill, and has never in any manner contributed meaningfully to any debate in this House. The best Honorable Kibagendi will do is to be disruptive of other members when they are making very substantive contributions to meaningful business. And I honestly sympathize with his constituents. Because when I look at even NGCDF reports, this is one of the most mismanaged constituencies in this country. Therefore, when you find a member disparaging a house he sits in, and indeed I looked at him, Honorable Speaker, and I couldn't help sympathize with the member because he had a lot of misplaced anger. And you could tell he has misplaced anger. And that misplaced anger is not with the House. It is with your own performance as a member of Parliament. Honorable Robert Mbui, who was seated on that show, is serving his third term. And I was praying Honorable Robert Mbui would advise him, and I hope you did, Honorable Robert, after the show, that it serves you no good as a first-time member of Parliament to disparage and indignify the House that you sit in, hoping or assuming that it will cure other inadequacies that maybe you may have as a member of Parliament in your own constituency or out there, that it serves you better when you dignify the House. Because in this House, when you have experienced members like Robert Mbui, like the Deputy Speaker who is also serving her third term now, they are more likely to advise you on how even to conduct affairs in your own constituency other than disparaging. I know the Honorable Deputy Speaker was saying to have fear to appear on the show. And in fact, if you listen, you hear the anchor, the news anchor, or the host of that show correcting him and telling him he even has an apology from the Deputy Speaker because she was tied up in Eldoret and was on the road driving because of the unfortunate strike by KCA officers. And I know there are many members, including our chair of the Jailer Committee, who are stuck in Eldoret. I know Honorable Samuel Boroto has told me this morning he could not make it because he was also on the road. He missed his flight, and they were stuck in Eldoret for some time. And therefore, the things Honorable Kibagendi was saying should not be excusable for any member, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, this is a matter, it is good that you have taken action because I wanted to ask the Honorable Sarah Korere to move that we name Honorable Kibagendi and we commit him to the Powers and Privileges Committee. But Honorable Speaker, let me take this opportunity to thank you because I'll be raising another issue tomorrow because in your standing as Speaker, you have done what is right to protect the dignity of this House. Because, Honorable Speaker, whenever a matter is raised, whether it is in committee, in the House, or outside the House, that touches on our dignity, it is all of us collectively, Honorable Speaker. You know, when you hear people are collecting money here and left, right, and center out there, and we do not take a position as a House, then we all stand accused, Honorable Speaker. When we are said to have been auctioned, Honorable Speaker, you know, serious people like Senior Counsel Otiende Omolo, can you imagine? Now, who would auction Otiende Omolo? Who would auction TJ Kajwang? Or an elder like Professor Nyikal? A man who sits through this House from 2:30 to 7 p.m. at times to midnight, when Anthony Kibagendi, who is younger and who is more resilient, to sit for hours, hardly sits in this House for 30 minutes. So even when the House was being auctioned, where were you, Honorable Kibagendi? And he should be ashamed of himself, Honorable Speaker. And if he does not apologize, Honorable Speaker, in a manner that is acceptable to the House, Honorable Speaker, we must take more decisive action on the Honorable Kibagendi. Yes, we must take into our Powers and Privileges Committee, Honorable Speaker. And with that, Honorable Speaker, I must say it is very embarrassing and shameful for Honorable Kibagendi to have done what he did.
Take your seat.
And thank you, Honorable Speaker,
Honorable
for
members,
dignifying this House.
Those who may wish to comment on this will do so when the apology comes. But what I want to encourage you members, there are members in this House, such as TJ Kajwang, James Nyikal, the elders. Bukose is approaching that level, Raso, Rindikiri, Murugara, and others who sit in this House from 2:30, sometimes to 9 p.m., participating in debates. And when you go out there and besmirch the House, don't think that your own character is safe. The moment you say the House is auctioned, you are part of the auctioned material. Try and conduct ourselves with decorum. You know, when you go to TVs, know that the whole world is watching. Your wife is watching, your children are watching, your husband is watching, your constituents are watching. We are all watching. And you are privileged to be 290 members out of 56 million to represent the people of Kenya. So you carry enormous responsibility on behalf of our people. How you conduct yourself? 349. I was talking of the constituencies. Minus, sorry, Cynthia, I forgot that we have 47 women members of parliament. And there are some very young members of parliament here who I sit in my chamber and I see them participating in debate very meaningfully. Gisairo here is a first-timer. I see his production. Cynthia Muge here and others who are first-timers, but you can see substance. That I haven't mentioned you doesn't mean that I've excluded you. You are all extremely good people. I want to urge the seniors, Kina TJ and others, mentor these young members of parliament so that the moment you see a camera and a TV screen, you get excited and take leave of what is reasonable. That is not good for this House. And as long as I'm your Speaker, I'll protect your dignity and the dignity of the House. I leave it there. Next. Yes, Gikaria, your order has been called. Are you ready to move? Members, Honorable Gikaria says he's requesting, go and put it on record. Give him the mic.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I beg to ask for a leave that we are not ready because we are just from report writing on the field development plan. If I could be given an opportunity tomorrow in the morning or in the afternoon, I'll be able to execute that.
Request granted. Next order.
Thank you.
Order number 12, motion. Consideration of a petition regarding pollution of River Athi.
Karemba, you are ready? Go ahead.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I beg to move the following motion, that this House adopt the report of the Public Petitions Committee on Public Petition number 11 of 2022 regarding pollution of River Athi. Honorable Speaker, the role of oversight over public affairs is a core mandate of the National Assembly as stipulated under the Constitution of Kenya 2010. In fulfillment of this constitution,